When gangs flourish, neighborhoods suffer, parents grieve, and children die. It is as simple as that. Sad thing is, we seen this all coming from the start. As far as Bronx drill crews go, RPT was indicted, the drillies got hit. Now, the DOA, or SEV side, along with their allies, the Third Side Connection, has also been indicted. SEV side is on 187th Street, within the confines of the block across from the Bronx Zoo, and they are alleged to have an interesting blend of gang affiliation. You have the Sex Money Murder Bloods, Mac Bowlers and Rolling 80 Crips under the 700 DOA banner. It was said that the crews aligned to stop encroachment from other surrounding crews. Although Bronx drill has been going on before the summer of 2021, it became more public after the 3 teens were killed in the Bronx, which included Rajiz and JRIP. SEV side is linked with Monterey and Third Side. Third Side is over on 183rd Street, a few corners from SEV side, and also near the Bronx Zoo, while Rieway or Monterey Avenue is on the 80th, close to Webster Avenue. We already identified DOA with K-Flock, but if you don't know Zaymana, he is sort of the face of Third Side. They are not as known as DOA on the drill scene, but are alleged to be as active in the streets. As a collective, it's alleged that they feud with neighboring crews, Vice Avenue, also known as Vice Avenue Takes Over Everything, or Vato Land, Lambert Houses, aka Lam Vegas, Honeywell Avenue, or Moneywell, RPT, for River Park Towers, the Drillies, who are over in Kingsbridge and of course, the 800 YGs. If we are not mistaken, 800 and Third Side are both under the same building management, but blocks apart. Wonder how management feels about their tenants beefing like this. We can infer that these indictments are far from over, so you have to deal with the stories from these parts with great responsibility. For one, a lot of offenders in the story are minors who are not known to the public. Most have inherited beef from a generation before them and might not really know what they are fighting for. We don't deal with speculation here, so when the smoke clears, we will give you the whole picture on this area, rather than doing it in bits and pieces. Besides, it's the most anticipated. For now, let us deal with what is alleged in the recent indictment. Whatever we are at liberty to elaborate on, we will. What we will not be discussing is the murder of Huáscar Hernandez, committed by K-Flock on December of 2021. It's been heavily documented and we just want to provide new information and visuals. Let's go back to 2020. On June 20, 2020, Zaymana and one of the top shooters, AP, traveled to 800 territory. The indictment also says that K-Flock was present as well. Anyway, the specifics of how they got there is not clear, but a shooting did take place, and 4 people were shot on Mapes Avenue. One was shot in the face, one shot in the left leg, another in the right leg, and lastly, someone who was grazed by a bullet in the shoulder. Nobody died though. 6 days later, on June 26, 2020, DOA member, Nick, shot at a rival gang members on Briggs and East Kingsbridge Road. Some say that this area is controlled by the Drillies under the Trinitarios. We have done stories on this area as well. Moving along. On July 7, 2020, Third Side member, AP, who participated in the earlier shooting against the 800 YGs, would again go on a drill in that area. A while back, we were one of the first channels to report on the death of Rajiz. Prior to his death, he was shot in the lower back on Oakland and Prospect Place. That shooting was reported on Bronx 12 when police said someone fled northbound on Prospect Avenue in a black and silver scooter after shooting Rajiz in his back. They also said a revolver was possibly used in the shooting. Rajiz would survive this shooting, allegedly committed by AP. 9 days later, July 16, 2020, AP would be involved in yet another shooting. This time, it took place on 183rd and Prospect. Everyone survived this shooting. There weren't any reports of DOA or Third Side shooting committed by anyone in this indictment until December of 2020. Zaymana would be responsible for this shooting, and it took place near 800 territory, 181st, Southern Boulevard. On November 10, 2021, K-Flock would be the aggressor in another shooting, along with fellow DOA members, BJ and EJ. The shooting took place in RPT territory, Mathewson Road and Roberto Clemente State Park Bridge. Multiple rival gang members were shot and are shot at. After this, K-Flock would murder Huáscar Hernandez in Sugar Hill, Harlem. The last charged shooting in the indictment was committed by BJ. The situation happened on East Fordham Road and Webster Avenue. BJ would shot at a rival gang member, hitting him in the leg. For now, these are the alleged crimes. It is a fact that DOA was being retaliated on in between the time of them being on offense. Also, much has happened since the time of these members being indicted. In fact, K-Flock and Zaymana have already been locked up for a year plus. The Belmont and Tremont area is super hot, and bodies have been dropping as of lately. Maybe a little too fast for us to keep up. But that's okay, as we will be able to provide more valid information when we come back to the area. This about wraps it up for this one for now, and as always, stay low and thanks for watching.